So, good evening or good morning, wherever you are. My name's Ram-Inder, and it's lovely to connect with you today. As I put quite a bit of information about 2022 in the newsletter and what's coming up, I'm not going to do too much talking today because most people have probably had quite a stressful week. So I always think it's more important for you to experience deep relaxation and work through the things that you need to, rather than me giving you more information. And most people are completely overloaded with information. And that's one of the problems that we have today. It's that our nervous system just can't take all that information. One of my teachers used to say that you can pile a donkey sky high with scriptures, but at the end of the day, it will still be an arse. So it's knowing how much to use and not overloading yourself. So today it's kind of like a Kundalini yoga class. The yoga set is, it's not traditional yoga. We're going to be tapping lots of different acupressure points where we hold a lot of stress. And during these stressful times, there's certain meridians that are really getting a hammering. So meridians are energy centers that they use in Chinese medicine. And if you're new to Kundalini yoga, for some Western minds, you might find it a little bit weird. So some people love weird, but I just invite you to have an open mind. I haven't found anything that is so effective as this in really empowering you, in taking you into super health and just emptying out the subconscious mind and all those kind of ghosts of the past that we're holding on to. So we always begin each class with 2 mantras, and if you don't know them, you can just listen and still receive the benefits from them. I always give adjustments to the postures. So if I haven't given one that you can do, you can raise your hand and I'll give something else. Otherwise, you can just visualize that you're doing it and you will still receive the benefits from it. And just be very welcome and lovely to see you. Just be, if it's your first class, be really, really gentle with yourself. And if anything feels too much, just do some long, slow, deep breathing, and then you can come back to it when you feel ready. So you haven't missed anything. Lovely to see you. So let's begin with just being present. So have your hands resting on your knees. So we're sat cross-legged. If at any point that feels uncomfortable, you can sit on a chair, but just make sure your feet are flat and your spine is straight, or you can sit on your heels into rock pose, whatever feels comfortable, and you can mix and match. Just try and make it as, be as loving and as kind to yourself as you can. So having your hands resting on your knees, your eyes are closed. Without controlling the breath, just allow your awareness, which is often hanging out behind the eyes, just allow your awareness and your breath to drop down to your navel point. So that's just below the belly button, 2 to 3 finger widths below the belly button. And just make sure that when you're inhaling, your belly is coming out, and exhaling, the belly comes in. And the slower your breath becomes, you'll find that the belly comes out, and then the rib cage comes out in all 4 directions. Chest comes up slightly, and then exhaling, chest comes down, rib cage comes in, and belly comes back and up gently towards the spine. It's one slow movement. And just roll your shoulders forwards, up and back a few times. And lift up from the crown of your head. So you're elongating the spine up to the sky. And then bringing your hands together at the heart center. So we begin the mantras to open the class. If you don't know them, you can just listen. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Atkarename, Jugakerename, Satkarename, Siddhi Gurudevaname. Atkarename, Jugatkarename, Satkarename, Siddhi Gurudevaname. Atkarename, Jugatkarename, Satkarename, Siddhi Gurudevaname. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath peacefully. Relaxing the jaw and the neck and the throat. And exhale, relax the hands down, relax the breath. We will begin warming up the spine with some lovely Sufi grinds. So keeping your hands on the knees. If you're sat on a chair, you can just rest them on your thighs. And we're inhaling forwards, exhaling back. So when you come forwards, you're bringing your shoulder blades to meet each other. And when you come to the side, you're engaging the navel and arching the spine, curving the spine in the opposite direction. So we're inhaling forwards, exhaling back. So you can do nice big circles. Eyes are closed throughout all the exercises, unless I say otherwise. And if you're doing this on video, to make sure you set yourself up for success, you just visualize that there's 1 million people watching you. So you do your best and you keep focused. You don't let the ego mind, it's full of the drama, wants to make excuses and stay in control. It just helps you work through that. Really make sure when you're coming forwards, you're bringing your shoulder blades back. This is going to help work the thymus gland. If you do this one for long enough, you get a nice dopamine rush. And obviously it's very good for the spine as well, which is really important. There's so much truth in you're as young as you are, as your spine is flexible. So you hear of people who are getting into their middle age and older, they do things like sneeze or clean their teeth and they put their back out. And so that's not just because they were cleaning their teeth, that issue's been building up for a very long time. And the next time you come forward, change directions. If you have eaten a meal, don't engage your navel too much when you come back. Be really gentle tonight. And inhale deeply to center. Hold the breath. And exhale. Relax the breath, relax yourself. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. And now, being careful not to overstretch with this one, bring your legs out to the side. Feet are flexed, toes are pointing up to the sky. And if you can reach, you take your first two fingers, wrap them around your big toe and press your thumb on your big toe now. If you can't reach, that's fine. You can just hold on to your thighs or your knees, wherever's good for you. And we're inhaling the head up to center and exhaling the head down towards the left knee. Inhale up to center, exhale to the right knee. So inhaling up, exhaling down to alternate knees. Nice, deep, powerful breaths. So there'll be more talking in this class than normal because there's a few new people that couldn't be here, that want to watch the video. Still try and just relax and be completely present. And still holding on to the legs. Inhale the head up to center. Exhale the head down towards the floor in front of you. Inhaling head up, exhaling down. When you come up, make sure you're engaging the navel to lift up. So all yoga begins from your navel point. Including the mantra as well. When we chant, we engage the navel slightly. And this is the seat of your personal willpower, of your spiritual warrior. And also when we live at our navel point, we can't burn out, we can't get anxious, and we're just present. but often most people need to do some meditating first to clear all that chatter so they can stay grounded and rooted. And inhale, head up. Exhale, head down towards the floor. Keeping the head down, inhale deeply. Exhale. Engaging the navel, inhaling, curving the spine, coming up to sitting. And bring the legs together and just bounce the knees up and down. And twist the feet side to side. And then just cup your hands. So there's a little cup, not flat. Just pat your legs up and down. So this inside, if you're a busy overthinker, this is your spleen meridian, so it might be a little bit tender. That an extra work, working out. Keep breathing deeply. And relax. Now we have a lovely pranayama breathing exercise next that's called Breath of 10 to become disease-free. When I did my yoga therapy training, which took 6 years, all the different ailments that came up, this breath kept on coming up, that this is a great one to do. So it's one of those ones that are going to help take you into super health with everything that's going on in the world, and pandemics and everything. This one is a really, really good one to do. And also if you smoke, if you're low on energy, if people take advantage of you, if you haven't got strong boundaries, and lots of other things, this one really has you covered. So the arm movement is you're going to be, your elbows are relaxed at the side, and there's this clapping, and they kind of bounce, and you're stopping your hands about 5 inches apart. And then you're going to sync that with the breath. So we're going to take one inhale through the nose, but you're going to break it up into 5 segments. So it's like 5 sniffs through the nose, and then you're going to exhale through the mouth, and you're going to break that up into 5 segments as well. So it sounds like this. Very good. So your eyes are going to be closed. Keep the breath going on your own now. And your hands are about solar plexus level. So just make sure that you're lifting up from the crown of your head. Your eyes are closed. And whenever we meditate, we apply a really light neck lock. So you're elongating the back of the neck, which you just push the chin slightly in, back behind you. Your head's still parallel to the earth, but it's a very small movement. And that just allows the energy, that Kundalini energy, to travel up the spine and up to the crown of the head. Very good. So just making sure that your jaw is relaxed and your neck and your shoulders are relaxed. Even though your arms are moving, everything is still relaxed. And if this pace feels too fast, you can always slow it down. And sometimes people get really high. So if it feels too much, you can just connect to your sitting bones and feel roots growing from your spine down into the center of the earth, which will help ground you. You can always take a few long, slow, deep breaths and come back to it when you feel ready. Very good. Coming up to the last minute. And now inhale deeply and bring your hands over your eyes. Hold the breath and lift up Mulaband. So you're squeezing rectum, sex organ, navel. So engaging that which draws the Kundalini energy up the spine. And exhale and bring your left hand on your heart, the center of your chest, right hand on top. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, lift Mulaband, press on your heart. So you're squeezing rectum, sex organ, navel, and just seeing your spine light up with pure white light. And exhale and bring your hands onto your navel point. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath and firmly press your navel, lift up Mulaband, lift up from the crown of the head, and see your spine lighting up, the base of the spine to the crown of your head. And exhale and relax the hands down in the lap. Allowing the breath to return to normal Just seeing if you can be aware of any subtle changes that you've created. And so it's like you're listening with your intuition. So your whole body, your energetic system is like a big ear. And it's this deeply listening and being present that will help you realize your true nature, which is unconditional joy in all circumstances. And you begin to realize that everything vibrates as love. You can experience more and more of the world, and your life lessons, which at one point will have made you anxious or fearful or angry, you just start experiencing it as love. The more we clear out this old conditioning of the past, those old patterns. Inhale deeply and exhale. And now bring your legs straight out in front of you. You're going to have your feet flexed, toes pointing up to the sky. And now you're going to make fists with your hands, but your thumbs are extended upwards. And your arms are going to be parallel to the earth. And you're going to inhale back, engaging the navel, and exhale forwards. And when you come forwards, make sure that your arms don't drop down. So we're inhaling back, exhaling forwards, keeping the eyes closed. Nice, deep, powerful breaths. So any postures that work your navel point are going to be really good for you this year to help you set goals. This is really a year as well for you to expand and be seen and get out your comfort zone. And when you have a strong navel center, it just helps you commit and show up and have the energy and the grit and the determination to carry through whatever you need to do and get comfortable with being uncomfortable and all the change that's coming up for us. And inhale deeply up to center. Lift up middle band. And exhale, shake the hands. And bounce the knees up and down. And twist the feet side to side again. And just relax for a moment. So normally we would go into the yoga set now, but we're going to do another meditation, a breathing exercise for the negative mind. So with Kundalini Yoga, we use tantric numerology and we have the 10 bodies. And when I first heard that, I was like, oh my God, I struggle balancing one body. Now I have 10, but some of them are energetic. So like the pranic body, the Arcline and the aura, your magnetic field. I won't go into all of them today, but the second body is the negative mind, also known as the protective mind. And when it's not balanced, we become very, very fearful. And so also because it's number 2, so 2020 got so crazy because we left 19 and there was another 2 in there. So 2 is really about duality. And that was, we really saw that play out in the world arena, especially in politics and in our own mind and in relationships as well. There was lots of arguments and different opinions. So this is this number 2 and duality. And obviously now, because we're coming into 2022, we have another 2. So luckily we're here and we have all these amazing, amazing tools. and things that can seem really overwhelming and terrifying, and these kind of deep traumas and major life crises that we go through. With these incredible tools, we can really harness that energy and use it to awaken and to find the gift in it. It might not be straight away, but we'll always find, when we have the right tools, in every situation, we'll often start in the hell of it. And then we start moving out, and then it becomes like a challenge and you're working through it, and then you move a little bit further, and then it becomes this, it's more exhilarating because you start to expand. So there's this opportunity for growth, and then you're moving through that, and then you find the gift in it and the blessing, and something that seemed like a weakness to you, you suddenly become really grateful for. And then eventually there's just silence, and it takes you to self-realization, that the truth of your being. But because everything's so fast at the minute as well, some things used to take quite a long time, and they still will, but other things are really, really quickly. And you don't even need to always be aware of why you are like that. You can just realize it and sit with it, apply whatever tool is necessary, or no tools, just sitting with it. And then you can just kind of free it and download this higher program. We're going to be doing more on that later in the month. But today we've got this meditation for the negative mind. So we've got the negative mind, the positive mind, and the neutral mind. And when all three of those are balanced, a thought comes in, it goes to the negative mind, then the positive mind, and then the neutral mind, which is your truth, your higher self, makes the decision. But for most people, they're just bouncing around between the positive and the negative mind, and they never ever get to the neutral mind. So when it's unbalanced, there's that glass is half empty. We get very critical of ourselves and of others, gossiping and putting people down, and that's been a real test over the last few years, especially with the politicians. There's been lots of things where we can be critical, and it's not to say that we agree when someone is infringing on someone's rights, but when we do stand up and take action, it's from this powerful place of peace, rather than being completely unhinged and really over emotional and just adding more fuel to the fire, and just kind of stuck in this sort of fear-based living. And this year, I don't know if you felt it, but there's this real expansion where we can really step into our greatness. And so all this old conditioning from the past, so we're only aware of 5% of our thoughts. I can't remember what university it was, but some university proved that. So there's all this old conditioning coming up that we're not even really aware of. And often these decisions, and it doesn't even have to be something traumatic. It's really interesting when I'm coaching people, when we're children, we're put in these situations, and in our innocence, we do something that we think is the best for ourselves at the time, to get into this kind of survival mode. And then that's locked in the system. And it doesn't even have to be anything traumatic, and it can be small things that people don't remember, but it's all kind of under the surface, working, keeping us small. So this meditation is going to be a really good one, and the end one as well, to help you move through those blocks and really live your purpose, but do it so that you're enjoying it, and so that it's not terrifying. So we're going to have our hands in front of our heart, and you're making a nice little cup. So it's like this, and the right hand is going to be at the left, on top of the left. So the left hand is in the bottom. And you're going to inhale long, slow and deep through the nose, and then make round shape with the mouth and exhale through the mouth. So inhaling through the nose Long, slow and deep, and then exhaling through a rounded mouth. And you're going to feel that breath over your hands. Now your eyes are just a tiny little bit open, and the direction of them is looking down at your hands. So this is going to activate some of your moon centers, where we hold a lot of emotional garbage that we don't need. So keeping going with the breath, and just allow your mind now to be free and come up with any of those negative thoughts or those fearful thoughts, little anxieties, all this uncertainty. When you're exhaling, just feel that you're releasing it. And so the mudra, the hand position, is one that helps you become calm, helps you feel humble and safe. There's that it being at the heart center as well, which will neutralize any chaos. So just feeling that you're in a safe space, being completely held. On the exhale, you can just exhale, blow out all those fears, that uncertainty. It's not serving you, that's been looping around in your brain. Just let it go. Very good. Keep the breath going, and just notice as well on the inhale, as you're breathing in, there's that sense of expansion and light. You're making space, getting rid of all that old, heavy, toxic energy, just releasing it through the breath. You're doing really well. Got less than a minute to go. So really dig deep. Let go and surrender on the deepest level that you can today. Very good. Now hold the posture. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Engage the navel and concentrate on each vertebrae from the base of the spine. So making it stiff, going all the way up to the crown of your head. It's getting stronger and stronger. And now make a round shape with your mouth and powerfully exhale through the mouth. And inhale deeply. Hold the breath, engage the navel, visualize your spine from the base of the spine, each vertebrae getting strong and stiff as a rod, going all the way up to the crown of your head. And round shape with your mouth, powerfully exhale. Last time, inhale deeply. Hold the breath, engage the navel. Visualize the spine, working all the way up. See it lighting up. And round mouth, exhale. And relax the hands down in the lap. Take some long, slow, deep breaths into the navel point. Breathing in luminosity and emptiness. Feeling yourself expand on each inhale. Just relaxing and resting on the exhale. Now we're going to begin the yoga set now. So it's called Getting the Body Out of Distress. So as I mentioned, we're going to be tapping lots of acupressure points and doing things that might be a little bit weird for the Western mind. So all this overthinking and fear and negative thought patterns all stop the body from being in flow and working properly. It creates stagnation and energy blocks. And I mean, the energy has to be blocked for a really long time before it actually comes into the body and we get sick. And with Chinese medicine, many years ago, you would go and see your Chinese doctor doing the acupressure and the herbs on a regular basis as preventative. And if you got sick, you didn't have to pay him because clearly he hasn't been doing his job properly. So one of the amazing things with Kundalini Yoga is that you can really take charge of your health. And that was one of the things that I was amazed of when I first started. It was like, because I had lots of ailments and I used to see osteopaths and chiropractors and all kinds of things. But the first few weeks of my Kundalini practice was like, oh, it's really magical. It's like I don't need to hand that money over. I can take responsibility for my health and for myself. And as soon as I started doing that, I got rid of so much suffering and so many of my ailments. So I'm not saying don't go and see a professional, but it's good to go for preventative rather than waiting until you're really sick and you need to go. So have your legs straight out in front of you, and your toes, your feet are just relaxed, and your palms are open, and you're just going to be alternatively patting your thighs. It's going to be working on a liver and kidney point. You're just relaxing. So liver, keep going. Liver relates to the emotion of anger, and kidneys are fear. So this is a really good one to do for you. And relax the hands. And now you're going to take your open palms and you're going to do little circles round your knees. So starting on the inside, you're doing little circles like this. Your knees are straight though. So your eyes are going to be closed. So this one, we hold a lot of stress around our knees. And this one's also very good to balance the water element in you. So when it's out of balance, we can get headaches, and we can get a bit bitchy and itchy and irritable. Obviously not any of you beautiful souls, other people. It's okay to be angry. What we suppress, it just, we got to let it out. We got to let it out. Really try and move the kneecap as well. Keep breathing. Just keep relaxing other parts of your body. And relax the posture. And now you're going to find the bottom of your kneecap and then put your thumb at the bottom of your kneecap, and then where the bottom of your finger, you're going to trace that round to the outside of your leg. And so there's a little bone that sticks up here and it's just below there. So we're actually pounding this with our fists. So if you haven't got it right exactly, that's fine, you'll still hit the general area. So bottom of your kneecap, put your hand the bottom of your kneecap and then trace your finger round, and then we are hitting this area. So eyes closed, just relaxing as much as you can. So it's vigorously pounding this point. Don't forget to breathe in these exercises. Very good. So we've got the last minute of this, so pound it a little bit harder and a bit heavier. So keep going. And relax the posture. Take some deep breaths. Just being aware of any subtle changes that you've created in your body. You'll probably find that you want to drink a little bit more water, just a few sips, not gallons and gallons, through the class and after the class, just to help detox. So the class will carry on working as well, long after we've finished. So just being mindful that you can really take a step into a new way of being. And if you do this set again, you'll get to even deeper levels of relaxation and health. And so now we're going to repeat the second exercise. So just massaging your kneecaps, your open hands, moving the kneecaps as much as you can. And relax. And now you're going to take your hand and measure again, one hand width above your knee, so your kneecap's there, and then at the top of your finger, there's this point here. And again, we are using open fists, so if you haven't got the exact posture point, you'll still get it. So it's one hand width above the knee, so the crease of the knee is there, so it's kind of here, and with your fist alternately pounding. So this is a sex point. It might be quite tender on a lot of you, that's fine. Again, long, slow, deep breathing. Just relaxing. Really listening to the point. Often if it's tender, it's kind of a lot of thoughts that have been building up, especially ones that go along the liver, which is anger, and the kidney meridian, which is fear. So keep going. Obviously be more gentle if it's tender for you. So you might feel something going on in your spine, or in your shoulders, or in your head. That's all normal. Don't worry if you don't. And relax the posture. Just flick your hands over that point. Brush away any stagnant energy. And so now you're going to have your legs out to the side, and you're going to bring your hands underneath your ankle, and you're going to hold, let me come closer, you're going to hold there. So this point here, like the Achilles heel, because we've got kidney points here. So that's what we're holding. So if you can have your legs straight and hold those points, good. If you can't, don't beat yourself up, just hold those points. So it's more important that you're holding those kidney points rather than your legs are straight. And then you're going to move your head up and down. So you know when you see a propeller and it goes so fast, you can't see it moving, it's just a blur. You're going to go faster than that. So off you go. Bring the head up and down, faster, faster, faster. Don't forget to breathe. Wow, you're going really fast. Well done. I can still see you though. Go a little bit faster. Brilliant. Very good. Last 40 seconds. Go, go, go. I think one of you's just broken the sound barrier. Last 20 seconds. Faster, faster. And hold the posture. Inhale. And exhale. Engage the navel, curve the spine, coming up to sitting. Well done. And relax. And now come sitting in easy pose, cross-legged. And you're going to have your hands in front of your heart. You're going to put them in a steeple. So your fingertips and your thumb tips are touching. They're in front of your heart and you're doing circles like this. Your eyes are closed. So this is going to be stimulating 72,000 nerve channels, which helps the Kundalini energy, which you may not be aware of, may not be activated in you yet. It just helps that energy move to all the areas of your body. So they can all be stimulated and healed. So don't forget to breathe, making sure that the shoulders are relaxed. And relax the hands down. The next posture you might find a little bit challenging. You're going to be giving your buttocks a vigorous massage, and the instructions are to have intercourse with the divine. So you're going to come lying on your back, and your hands by your body, palms down, and you're going to be lifting your hips up and bringing them back down again. So it's only a small movements. They're coming up and down. Off you go. So lying down, You're bouncing your hips up and down, having intercourse with the divine, and you want to get the sound like galloping horses, going faster and faster and faster. So our fear complex, most of our negative emotions are held in the lower triangle, lower energy centers, the first three. So this one is a brilliant one. It's like shaking out all that fear, all that anger, whatever you've been holding. It's like shaking it loose. So don't forget to breathe. Really see if you can get that sound of galloping horses. Any really sore lower backs, obviously be gentle with yourself, and you can always bend one knee if you've got lower back problems, but try not to. Now I've said that, it's really easy for the mind to go, oh yes, I need to do that. So but especially if it's your first time, be really gentle with yourself. Very good. Last 30 seconds. Go, go, go. "15 seconds, nearly there, you're doing brilliantly." And inhale, hips up towards the sky. And exhale, relax them down. Take some deep breaths. Breathing into that pelvis area. Breathing in luminosity and space. Really allowing that area to relax. And now the next posture, you're going to stay lying on your back. We're going to be hitting our lung point, where if you follow your collarbone to the shoulder, it's in that corner, but we're going to be using our fists. So again, if you haven't got that exact point, we're just going to be hitting the shoulder. So you're going to stay lying on your back, and you're going to make fists with your hands, thumbs outside. You're going to hit your shoulders and then bring your hands up towards the sky so they're at 90 degrees, and then open your hands and hit the floor. So hitting the shoulders, straighten the arms, hit the floor. Shoulders up, floor. Shoulders up, floor. Long, slow, deep breathing. Make sure you're hitting the floor with open palms, open hands. Very good. Carrying on, your own rhythm. And now stay lying on your back with your open palms. You're going to alternatively hit your chest. So make sure you're breathing long, slow and deep. We tend to trap a lot of anxiety around this area. So just listening, breathing deeply. Keep going. Being aware of any tightness or any anxiety around the chest area. Still breathing in that luminosity and emptiness and space. And now, still with your open palms, more gently this time, you're going to alternatively tap your forehead. Eyes are closed. Long, slow, deep breathing. Still lying on your back. And relax the hands down. And just completely relax for a moment. Feeling that support of the earth. Being aware of that sense of aliveness in all your cells. Perhaps you can already feel or you can visualize that all your cells are smiling. Now, continue lying on your back, but we're going to do chair pose. Normally we do this on our feet, but you're bending your knees, bringing your feet up, and you're bringing your hands inside your legs and holding onto your heels. And then make sure you haven't got any drinks near you that you're going to knock over. And then you're rocking and rolling along the length of your spine, from the base of the spine to your neck, still holding onto the heels. So don't forget to breathe. You can inhale back, exhale forwards. Very good. Keep going. This one's really good for many, many things. Releasing pressure in the lower back. Good for working the first energy center at the base of your spine, so helping you with feeling certainty and secure in times of great uncertainty. It's also very balancing. If you ever feel really emotional and you've got got a meeting and you've got to pull yourself together, this one's a really good one to balance your energy. And then just relax, hug your knees to your chest and rock them left to right. So you're massaging your lower back into the earth. Just feel yourself rocking, giving yourself a hug. And now straighten your legs again, and you're going to move like a snake. So you're going to start moving 1/100th of a millimeter. And we want to get this diagonal energy going, because it really helps cut through blocks that we have. And so you're going to very, very slightly, 1/100th of a millimeter, move your left shoulder up and your right shoulder down, and then your right shoulder up and your left hip down. So you're getting, so it's like you're a snake. You're getting that S shape going in your spine. So you're still lying on your back. You're moving ever so slightly, and you're increasing the movement now. So you're getting like an S shape going in your spine. You can bring your head into it. Moving a bit more now. So just see yourself as a snake moving across the desert. Moving a bit heavier now. Going back and forth, getting that S shape going in your spine. Get it rippling from the top to the bottom. Move a little bit heavier now, moving faster. Last 30 seconds, moving a little bit faster, feeling a bit heavier. Really getting that nice S shape going on the spine. And relax the movement. Straighten yourself out. Continue lying on the earth. And bring your awareness to your navel point. So 2 to 3 finger widths below the belly button. And just bringing your attention here. Inhaling and exhaling into the stillness at the navel point. So this center is also known as the Manipura chakra, which is city of illustrious gems. So it has the element of fire or warmth. It really helps you connect to your spiritual warrior, which is going to be rising and coming forth this year. So deeply listening. Maybe you can see like a gold light. That city of beautiful jewels. And now stay lying on your back. We're going to do cat stretch. So you're going to bring your arms out to the side, slightly higher than shoulder height, and you're going to bring your left knee up to your chest and over to the right side of the body, and then your head is turned, looking towards your left hand. So you're enjoying the stretch in the hip and the stretch in the lower back. Breathing long, slow and deep. Feeling that opening around the chest area and the armpit. And then swap sides. So you're bringing your right knee up and over to the left side of the body. Your head is looking towards your right hand. Just really enjoy that stretch. And now come lying back, down flat on the ground. You're going to keep your whole body relaxed. You're going to raise your head off the ground. So it's like you're looking at your toes, your shoulders are still on the earth. Long, slow, deep breathing. Any neck injuries, you can bring one hand behind you without pushing too hard, just to support. Long, slow, deep breathing. Really keeping the rest of your body relaxed. And relax the head down. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, just so tell yourself to deeply relax and let go. Close your eyes. And then you can either hug your knees again and rock and roll, coming up to sitting, or you can roll over onto your side and push yourself up. And come sitting in easy pose with your eyes closed. Just being aware of your energy. Noticing that sense of lightness, expansion, calmness. All your cells are smiling. And just allowing yourself to completely rest in the present moment. Resting in the truth of your being. Which is this sense of openness and joy and peace. And that bliss, Satchitananda, absolute bliss. Just allowing yourself to sink deeper and rest. Inhale deeply. And exhale. And now take your thumbs. You're going to start either side of your nostrils, coming under your cheekbones, doing little circles out to the side and out to your ears, finishing off here. So coming under the cheekbones, doing little circles, giving yourself a nice little massage. Keep breathing here. And now using the base of your palms, starting at your chin and doing little circles from your chin up towards your ears. Little circles, massaging the jawline. Keep breathing here. Keep relaxing. And now taking your first 3 fingers, starting at the top of your neck, just behind your ears, and massaging the sides of your ears from like the base of your skull down towards the base of your neck. Keep breathing. And now taking your open palms again, this fleshy part, starting at the top of your ears and doing little circles round the outside of your ear and down to the bottom. Little circles from top to bottom. So your ears are like a microcosm of your body. So this is like massaging your whole body. Keep breathing. Very good. Keep going. And relax the hands down. And just fall into this resting in the truth of your being. Sense of peace. Deep sense of relaxation. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And you can put your socks on, get your blanket, and come into deep relaxation. So you're lying down on your back. Any lower back trouble, you can have some cushions under your knees. Have your feet slightly apart and make sure that your blanket isn't stopping your feet from flopping out to the side. And your hands are just slightly away from your body, palms facing up to the sky if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just do whatever works for you. So I'm going to play a mantra by Guru Das, which is very healing for the heart, helps you with your neutral mind, has the energy of healing and miracles. So just completely relax and let go. Begin deepening your breath. And start wiggling your fingers and toes. And then make circles with your hands and your feet. And change directions. Inhale deeply and stretch your hands up above your head. And relax the breath. And bring the arms out to the side into cat stretch. Left knee up to the chest. Over to the right side of the body. And change sides. And rub your hands together and the soles of your feet together. And hug your knees to your chest, rock left to right. And forwards and backwards, coming up to sitting when you are ready. So we're going to finish with a meditation for the Arcline and to clear past karmas. So the Arcline is the kind of halo, and it stores all our thoughts and our stories. And so when you start clearing yourself and your intuition starts improving, when someone comes within 6 feet of you, you can just feel what they're all about. It's like you can kind of read them. And when it's weak and it's not balanced, we are overprotective, we're easily influenced, and if we've got people around us who are out of balance and toxic, that's not very good for us. And we also struggle to focus and to get into that manifesting creator mode. It's also like a transmitter, so it's to do with our intuition, but also it's our projection. And so what's going on internally, we're going to experience out in the world. And so a really simple example of that is there's this local shop I go to, and there's about 30 car parking spaces. And my experience is that there's 2 best spots. I always get one of those, and people say hello, and it's a really nice experience, and people are really friendly. But someone else who I'm very close to, their projection is there's never any car parking spaces, and people are really rude, and something bad normally happens. Da, 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 da. So that's just an illustration of what you're projecting, then you're going to experience. Now the mantra is Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. So Waheguru is ecstasy beyond belief, beyond words, the indescribable joy, the ecstasy of going from darkness to light. And Geo is like, oh, my soul. And so we're going to be doing, in time with the mantra, we're going to be doing this movement. So we're working the Arcline, there's this sense of this pure water that we're just washing ourselves with. And this is also going to be working all our digestive system, the heart meridian, the lungs, which relate to grief. There's lots of things that are going on, and it would take me all day to explain to you. So it's always better to experience rather than me waffle on. So we're going to be doing Waheguru, 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 and the eyes are going to be closed, and the breath will just find its own rhythm. Very good. Really see that you can get your arms right behind you. That's it. If they can reach, otherwise just do your best. And now inhale, bring the arms back, hold the breath. And exhale completely. The hands where they are, inhale deeply. Hold the breath, feeling yourself light up. That luminous energy with that deep inner wisdom, that ecstasy. And powerfully exhale. Last time, inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Lift up millibands. You're squeezing rectum, sex organ, navel. Squeeze all your muscles. Your toes to the crown of your head. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tighter. And exhale. Relax the hands down. Allow the breath to return to normal. Feeling that mantra vibrate in all your cells. Allowing yourself to just rest. Resting in the truth of your being, in your higher self. And we'll close the class with 3 satnams. Bring your hands into prayer pose, eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Sa. Nam. Sa. Nam. Sa. Nam. May all beings be joyful. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. Satnam. So, very, very well done for showing up for yourself, elevating yourself. And they say with Kundalini Yoga as well, you work 7 generations back and 7 generations forwards. So these things that have been passed down through from grandmother to father, mother to son to daughter, things like anxiety, we can just draw a line and say no more and kind of step over it and be free of all that fear. So it's very exciting. I look forward to connecting with you again. We've got some Facebook Lives coming up. So I always tune in to what people need at the time, but do feel free to send me 3 things that you want more of in your life, or 3 things that you want to get rid of. And we've also got the Happiness and Abundance Accelerator coming at the end of the month. So feel free to reach out if you want to hear more about that. Otherwise, keep shining and being happy and blissful in these crazy times. And I look forward to connecting with you again. Lots of love. Sat Nam.